next speaker is Eric Previn, followed by Wayne from Encino.
Yes, good afternoon, Councilmember Krikorian and Budget Finance Committee. It is Eric Previn from Studio City and Council District 2. Today, there are a number of items that are on the budget agenda. Neighborhood empowerment is one that is of great interest to me. We have a neighborhood council in Studio City. We have several in the CD2 district, and I've had limited experience with them, but they're definitely putting on a meeting on a regular basis and doing some nice work. One point that I think has come up is the idea of minutes from these meetings. And I think that what would be really important if we're going to, especially if we're considering putting more money into the neighborhood councils to give them even a larger role, that we make it a requirement to record, at least audio-wise, these meetings, because it's critically important that there be transparency. And in Studio City, we have had some issues. I'm sure there's issues in many of the various councils, but it's an important detail. The other piece has to do with, I know they've asked for 5 minutes to address the council directly, neighborhood council folks, kind of a slightly premier class of constituent. I'm not sure I'm for that. I am for everybody getting the same amount of time, and it should be up to 5 minutes, sir, as we've talked about in council chambers, to facilitate civic engagement, which is, I think, what the purpose of these neighborhood councils are. We really have to do a better job right here at the hub, at downtown City Hall. And it's very nice that we have meetings in Van Nuys from time to time. I think we need to at least provide a picture. For example, Weissman, many of these great neighborhood council people who came down today are going to appear, but they're going to appear the size of Mr. Blumenfield's nose when it's on the Channel 35 taxpayer telecast, whereas in my view, they should be appearing in the same size as the great council members like Mr. Hale and Mr. O'Connell, the city attorney, who whenever he makes a small reprimand of the public, we get to see them. And I think that the public would benefit from seeing some of the constituents and letting them raise their voice. One question regarding the upgrade for this neighborhood councils that I heard that Wesson and Mr. Krikorian are going to take over. Give me 10 seconds and I promise to wrap it up. Are we going to increase from $37,005 the budget to about 50? And if so, that's a substantial, because there are 96 councils. Is that $1 million? And would we find that money in this budget?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next speaker is Wayne, followed by